everyone, it's Rachel from Sweet and Simple Home. Happy first day of spring. It's an exciting time and it's been a while, so I'm so happy to be here with you today. We're going to be decluttering 100 things to sort of kickstart my spring cleaning, but also because I want to introduce you to someone who's really special to me. So I am collaborating today with my college roommate. Her name is Shanna, and she recently started a channel called My Life Under Renovation. It's such a sweet little channel, and I'm so happy for her. She's doing a great job. So Shanna's one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. We were randomly matched together way back in the day and became fast friends. She loves to decorate. She's very creative. She's a mom of 3, 2 boys and a girl, just like me. She has a really fun, colorful style. So we're both decluttering today 100 things. So I hope you'll go check out her link. I'll have it in the description box below. You're going to love her as much as I do. So let's chat about decluttering today. I moved about 2 years ago and we did a massive declutter because I didn't want to move things that we didn't love. I know that things are starting to creep up, especially in certain areas in the kitchen, so that's where I wanted to put a lot of my attention. So let's get to it. It's time to declutter. So we are going to start with the most hectic drawer in my kitchen. This is the most frustrating part for me. This is where we keep a lot of our lunch packing things and all the things kind of associated with the kids. So plastic dinnerware, plastic bowls, water bottles, all those sorts of things. I did pick up this set of 8 plastic cups from Target this fall, and I actually really like these. It's nice to have like matching cups for the kids at the table when we're not doing glassware. Things like this that are party favors I think are gonna go. We have lots of these little lunch packing things. These are the lids. Somewhere in here I have the bottoms to all of these. So this all needs to be gone through. I know what I want to keep. I know what needs to go. I just need to take the time to do it. So I'm going to take everything out. And while I'm at it, I'm going to be kind of wiping out all the crumbs and things that build up in the drawers before I put everything back. So here's everything back in the drawer that I'm keeping. I do have a few things in the dishwasher that'll go in the back. They're like that little box that hold lunch stuff. I kept the blue bin there to hold all those smaller lunch packing containers and then stacked all the cups next to it. And I did keep that cute little Ninja Turtle mug for my youngest. He loves that. So these are all the things that are going to go. And some of these things I've had since Molly and Liam were babies. So it is time. Here's my box that I'm starting with. And here it is now. I have at this point decluttered 13 items. So the next drawer up actually holds all of my like linen-y type things. So that would be towels, dish cleaning cloths for drying dishes, and then like the prettier towels that I use for hand drying and things like that. And then in the back, I have things for baking, like my oven gloves and oven mitts and things like that. In this basket, I keep tea towels because we do wrap our bread in tea towels, but this one didn't wash very well. It was a gift, so that one can probably go. And these are my favorite dishcloths for the sink. So I have more of those in the wash as well. And here's some more tea towels for wrapping bread in. So those ones are good. I'll keep those. I like having this basket to kind of separate those things from the towels. It makes it easier for my kids to keep track of what's what. So these are my oven gloves. They look terrible, but they still work great. And then these are pot holders and they need a good wash. So I'm going to put those in the wash, though I never use this oven mitt. I think that can probably go. I use those oven gloves. That's all I use. I don't think I've ever used that. So those two in the box. There's that drawer, and I do have some more towels in the wash, so that will fill up once everything is washed, but that looks much better. This is my knife drawer, and because I have a small kitchen, I have other things in here as well as the knives, but I really like this knife organizer that I have. It is from Amazon, so I'll link that below. So I'm just going through and sorting the other things that are in here, trying to evaluate whether or not I actually need to keep them. And a lot of these things are things that I do use, that we use often, like that knife sharpener. That though can go. I don't need that. So one of the things that's kind of funny is we had a bunch of extra wine bottle openers because we got sent home with extras after an event that we attended, because we brought one that looked just like that, but we got sent home with 3 by accident. So I need to take those back to the people they belong to. So I put everything back that we're keeping. I only got rid of a couple things and it looks really nice and ready for cooking and baking. So these are the things that are going, but it's amazing how clearing out just a few things really helps. I brought out another box to put those wine bottle openers in, so I remember that they go somewhere else. They're not being donated. I need to return them. This is the bottom bin of my oven, and I know this is technically considered a warming drawer, but we use it to store things because, again, small kitchen, and I think a lot of people do this, where you just kind of use it to hold some of the larger things that don't fit anywhere else, like my muffin tins and those inserts for roasting pans. So I have a lot of things like that and my husband's barbecue tools in there, but I don't think there's anything in here I'm getting rid of. It just really needs to be cleaned out because it is full of crumbs. So I'm going to do that and just put everything back nicely. I went ahead and moved the lids that I found in that drawer to this cupboard. These are all my pots and pans, and there was plenty of room in the back for those, so those just got moved. This is my silverware drawer, and I do have a majority of the silverware in the dishwasher right now, but I'm going to go ahead and pull everything out and give my organizer a good wash. I got this organizer at a yard sale a few years back for just 50 cents, and I have a bunch of random lids in the back that I need to sort through. I really like having organizers like this that you can just wash. Some of them I think you can even just throw in the dishwasher, but I hand washed this one real quick and dried it. The dishwasher is still running, so the rest of the silverware will easily fit in there. But I found a little bin to hold the lids that I'm keeping, and I went ahead and moved the lemon juicer into this drawer because it fits so nice in the back. So these are the things I'm getting rid of. That little honey thing is so cute, but I never use it. And then a bunch of lids that just need to go. So these 2 drawers I'm not decluttering because look at how well they function for our family. I've got Ziplocs and the little chip clip bags and things like that. All of this just fits so well. So no decluttering needed. And no decluttering needed here either. I wanted to show you this cupboard. I keep my Pyrex bins here, but they're all being used. So my Pyrex measuring things are here. This bin is holding all my chopping implements. So I have this really cool chopper tool my sister got me. And then I have my glass bowls. Behind that are some food storage containers. My bread pans in the middle there behind that sort of wooden middle. And then to the right, I have a set of stacking mixing bowls with a colander. And in the very, very back, you can probably see it there, I have some of my vintage bowls. I have a lovely punch bowl that was my great-grandmother's and some beautiful polka dot bowls that I use on occasion. So that is a very well-functioning cupboard. There's nothing there that I need to get rid of. This cupboard, though, it looks better than it actually is because this is where we store medicines. I actually have my cookbooks and recipes in here because I don't know where else to fit them. And then I was gifted a bunch of candles recently, and while they smell really good, I am a little sensitive to scents, so I either just like burn them for a few seconds and turn them off, or blow them out, or just take the lids off and let the scent come out that way, because if I leave these on for any amount of time, I usually get a headache. So these are so lovely. Their scents are just lovely, but I just am sensitive to it. They need a better spot. So here are my cookbooks that I have. My favorites, these are actually both YouTubers, which is hilarious. Flo Lum and Sam the Cooking Guy. And I have 2 other cookbooks, but I lent them out. So they are at friends' houses right now. And then I have a sweet little recipe box I'm sure you saw. Here's some of the things I'm thinking of getting rid of. Our adorable little cloth masks. These I bought when Clive was a preschooler. They no longer fit his sweet little head. And I find that we're not using those as much. We tend, if we need to use disposable now. So I think those can go. This candle was a gift. It can go. I didn't really care for the scent. The cupboard's all cleaned out. And the hope that I have for my husband this spring break is that he can move all the stuff that I'm storing underneath this cupboard, like the charging stuff, our charging station, if you will, and move it into that lower level of the cabinet, drill some holes, and we can have the charging things going up into that cabinet. So these are the things I'm getting rid of. That candle, these little medicine things are too little for my kiddos now. And then I found this immunity sample that I didn't know I had for emergency. I'm going to help myself to that today so I don't catch my son's sickness he's got right now. These two things I found in my utility drawer. There was a lot of like personal items in there, so I'm just gonna toss this CarMax thing. I don't even know where that came from, but the little container can go. While my son was sleeping, I went through my closet and I am gonna go ahead and get rid of this dress. It's a Garnet Hill dress. It's adorable. It has pockets, but it's a little short on me to wear to work, so I don't wear it. So I think I just need to get rid of it. And then I also found a scarf I never wear. This shirt, I love it, so soft, but it's slightly damaged on the bottom and I find I'm not wearing it because I'm self-conscious about the damage. And then this sweater I never reach for. I have other blue sweaters that I wear all the time, so that one's gonna go. This dress I've probably worn to death. It's quite pilled and it's just very faded, so that one can probably go. The sweater underneath it was one my mom gave me and it's just too big, so that one's gonna go as well. Next to it I have a dress that I bought for my daughter that did not fit her and I forgot to return it, and it's been too long to return it to Goodwill, so I'll just go ahead and donate it back. It was only a couple dollars, so that's okay. And these little things my son gave to me, he said, "Mom, these don't fit," and then he went through his socks and found all the ones that had holes, and we took those out as well. So at this point in the day, I'm at 74 items, and I'm really proud of myself. And my son and I decided to go ahead and get rid of this book. I actually really enjoy this illustrator, but I felt like it wasn't very well written. And so I think it's a sweet illustration style, but I just didn't really care for the way that they wrote this story. So that one can go. But here's how my bins are looking right now. Getting quite full. I'm at 74 items, like I mentioned, and it's time to tackle another one of my least favorite spots in the kitchen. It's the sort of craft bin area. So my son helped me do this spot. We found some pencils, Play-Doh. This is that foamy Play-Doh stuff, some sets of flashcards that he's done with, some yarn that we never use red Expo markers, and then a random pencil pouch with a tiny little paintbrush that we never use, and some stamper things. So all of that's going. But I wanted to show you this cute idea. I started using this tin to hold the kids' pencils, and that's been really fun. That works well for them. I've got all of the paints sort of separated into what kind of paints they are, brushes to the side, rulers to the side, and all that's being kept and going back in. So the sun was going down at this point, so sorry about that glare, but everything went back in much nicer. And what I loved about going through this was I found some drawings that my son did that actually kind of blew my mind. I had no idea that he made these, and he's 6. So I was impressed and wanted to show that off. So this is the next day, and I'm going to see if I have any decor pieces. This is where I store my decor. And then I realized I should probably go to the hall closet. Obviously it needs some attention. So I have 2 bins that I found at the Dollar Tree last year. I kind of like this soft blue-green color bin that they had last year. And I'm just going through and making sure all of our gloves still have a mate and that they still fit. My youngest is now in kindergarten, and some of the little toddler style gloves that I have no longer work for us, so we're just gonna go through, make sure everything fits, get all the leaves that are stuck to things off, and if anything's dirty I'll throw it in the wash as well. So this next bin is hats, and I'm sure you notice I'm using these sort of tie-on labels that I have to label these bins. And again, I'm just going through, seeing what fits, seeing what doesn't, and oh my goodness, I think somebody jumped in a leaf pile with this one. Oh, so funny. I think I will miss the day when I'm not finding leaves stuck to everything in my house. But lots of things to go through, and I was so happy I found one of our missing gloves. Oh, it's such a satisfying feeling. So I'm going to finish going through all of these things and put everything back and show you what it looks like with this closet tidied up. All right, there's everything back. Backpacks are on the bottom, coats go in the middle, hats and gloves on the top. Done. So here's the things we're getting rid of. Some gloves and a hat that no longer fit. My boys were inspired by watching me go through everything and came out with all the stuff they don't play with anymore and a couple more books. This was the decor piece that I'm done with. I have 2 other ones that I just love, and this one's just a little tired, so that one can go. And this put me over 100. I had 103 items there. I was really proud of my boys for taking the initiative to help Mom declutter, and there is my finished pile. Thanks so much everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I felt so much better getting all that clutter out of my life. And I do so hope that you will go check out my friend Shanna's channel, My Life Under Renovation. Again, it's linked below. Go subscribe, go share the love with her. I'm so excited that she's here on YouTube with us. So you guys take care. Thank you again for being here. Love you all. Happy spring. And I'll be back with more soon.